could have a pass between Raikkonen and Benold. Goes down the inside, nothing over there. While we have Waits, DRS on his teammate, separated by just over 2 tenths now, but no move made. Both of the Brackley cars separated by barely anything. They're side by side heading down the straight, and Waits gets ahead of the championship contending Mercedes of Prius. They swap places, big lockup though, for Waits, the man who took pole position, remember. And he is now blasting away from his teammate, so he has a lot of pace to use. But I don't think he's going to be able to make any gains out of it. Meanwhile, 3.8 seconds between Flobolob and Mental Sun. This gap, closing the way it is, we could have a Grand Slam last lap finish between Flobolob and Mental Sun. Mental Sun, the man who won the first race of the season and the man who is currently leading the championship by 1 point over the man in 4th place, known as Prius. The man in 3rd in the championship is currently this green Aston Martin who is leading this race. And he hasn't won a race yet. He nearly won in Spa. He won on track, but he had a penalty. This time, he doesn't have a penalty. But he is on very old tyres, and if he was in the pit now, he would come out not just behind Mental Sun, but I believe he would come out behind Waits and potentially even Bryce as well. So if he wants to win this race, he is going to have to try and keep that gap as big as he can for the next 3 laps of this race, and then defend like he has never defended in his life. Speaking of defending, we have Raikkonen looking to defend from Benold. We're going to keep an eye on this midfield battle, but keep an eye on that battle, that gap between just under the interval name. Meanwhile, there's the Aston Martin getting right up close to our rear wing in Williams. 2.6 seconds separates the leading Aston Martin from the leading V car. We have the second of the Aston Martins getting up into 9th place ahead of the best of the Williams car, the number 2 Williams car, being passed by the number 24 Aston Martin. Down towards turn 4. Is any move going to be made? Not yet. The Aston Martin goes a slightly bit wide out of turn 5, out of turn 4 into turn 5. 2 laps to go. So we could have an Aston Martin in 9th, and he is pulling away now from the Williams, so he should be in 9th, but we also have an Aston Martin who could win this race. But he has a daunting task, because he has to carry those hard tyres, and sadly we can't see how much wear those tyres are on, we can only guess. And although he pitted onto those tyres later than everyone else, was it late enough? Because now that gap is 2 seconds. He needs to make sure he can keep Flobolob. If Flobolob can keep a 1 second gap to Mental Sun by the end of the next lap, he could win this race. But if it's any lower, he's in danger. This is very close, I must say so myself. Let's watch from Mental Sun's point of view. And the number 88 V car, is it going to be the number 99 Aston Martin in the green, or is it going to be the number 88 V car in the white? Who will take the win? Let's see. Mental Sun here, 1.5 seconds, half the lap to go. Flobolob, it looks like he has it under control, but it is tense. It is definitely tense. He is looking at that gap every time he's on a straight and just watching that number get smaller and smaller and smaller. He's watching the V carb in the mirror get bigger and bigger and bigger. He's looking, if he was looking behind, he'd see that V carb just getting closer and closer and closer. He's now 1.1 seconds, ever closing on the final lap of this race. Who will come out on top? We have the Williams in front of Allen, who's up to being lapped, and that could give DRS to Flobolob, hasn't it? No, it hasn't. It hasn't given DRS to Mental Sun as well, so he's kept the gap to Mental Sun. Meanwhile, Raikkonen, just looking at that battle, it doesn't look like he's going to get ahead of an Olds anytime soon, so we're not going to cut to it until the very last moment of the race. But heading out of turn 5 into turn 6, Lob. What a strategy, and what a performance he's done today. And I don't want to jinx anything in case he goes off, but it looks like he has it under control. The Aston Martin on the one-stop strategy by 0.4 of a second clinches the win. That checkered flag couldn't have come sooner for Flobolob, as that must have been heart in mouth. One more lap and I reckon Mental Sun could have taken the win of this race. But Flobolob, third time lucky, takes his first win in Slav Talk Racing in this season. Mental Sun, great charge, but not great enough to take the win, his second, what would have been the second win of the season. Both Mercedes 3 and 4, the Constructors' Championship for Mercedes will be loving that. Mr. Towers with a great result in 5th. Then comes Arimus with the 10-second penalty in what looks to be 6th at the moment. And it will stay as 6th, as he is ahead of Derek Way by enough. And Derek Way beats his teammate Graham Shifty after a little bit of drama for him in the midway point of the race, as Benold gets ahead of Raikkonen in the last corner. And Aston Martin will not only have a win, but they'll have 2 extra points from their other driver. No, they won't, because there's a penalty. So it's only 1 more point from their other driver to add to the Constructors' part in the Constructors' standings.